Aries, welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, thank you for joining me. Hope you're having a good day. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, welcome to another Aries Tarot. Aries Love Tarot, Love Reading. Messages from your person, a reading where we're going into thoughts, feelings, intentions, what you might need to know, don't see coming, moves, steps. We're going to take a deep dive. Let's first check out the energy that's already here, coming down here on the table. The Ace of Swords. The Lovers is in reverse. Wow. And the Ace of Wands. So the Lovers, major arcana energy here, the first on the table. Not only is it in reverse, it's in the partnership placement. So this is somebody who has regret, clearly. Do they need to apologize? Is there something you need to know? What is this regret about? We need to bring in some more. But we're also looking at the Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energies. And by the way, Aries, this Ace of Wands in reverse is you. Also bringing in Leo and Sag, but it's you, your energy. I mean, this energy of clarity in the Ace of Swords, truth, communication, information, and clearly this is on their mind. The regret for some choices that they made. What does this mean? We need to dig in. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Ancestors. Please show us what else we need to see for Aries. Please show us the card, Tahoe. Six of Wands is in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles is here in the upright. Wow, and it's not only kitty corner, catty cornered, catty corner connected to the Lovers in reverse, but also the Ace of Swords. Right below the Lovers card in reverse is the Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Six of Wands is in reverse as well, and it's where their energy is quite strong. This is super clear. It's really validating. Also with the Star here. It might be someone that you're not talking to, or if you are, you know, there's just obviously this is going on. Whatever this is going to be specific for you. But at this point, it's really clear around this person here who has regret for decisions made, which are including, I feel like, some things that were said in this relationship. And obviously, it's connecting to the choices they made to say them, because I do feel like there has been some discord here. And there's clearly a delay in probably even hearing this now or getting what I feel like is an apology and clarity. You can see that there's a delay in it, and there's also this energy of like wanting to say these things to you. This is what they want to say to you, but not feeling particularly confident for whatever reason. Yeah, it is just wow. So the Six of Swords is in reverse. Mercury energy, it's connecting here with the Six of Wands in reverse. And I want to tell you a couple of things. It's not only very validating around the imbalance, it's a 66, and that's what that is for me. So things like that were said that shouldn't have been said, things that should have been said that weren't, the lack of balance in the connection, the imbalance around this person. But more importantly, it really validates that it's around the regret that they have. The Six of Wands in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse are both connecting to our six major arcana, the Lover's card. The stagnation around, I would say you maybe even wanting to hear it is really clear, but this feeling of 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of. Six of Swords in reverse, haven't quite moved on. But this is also clear that they haven't. And this Ten of Wands in reverse is just really validating for me around, I'm just even looking at our Ten of Wands today. with all the poppies. That's a really strong connection for me to what they want to do, which is to make something right. Make some kind of peace energy. It's like putting them down. I really just need to do this. There might even be a reason for that, like a triggering energy, something that's been seen or heard. And that's not incredibly clear at the moment, but what is really clear here is, well, the star is your overall energy. The only other major arcana here, other than the Lover's card in reverse. So what happened in a tower kind of energy? You come out of there and you go into the star, and that's clarity. It's healing. It's renewal. It's this person coming back in here to make this apology. Again, what is this about? I feel like it's really specific. But this is affinity, and it's a pull. It's a pull toward you. And it's sort of like they're entering, you could say, your stratosphere. Like the cooling off period is ending. There's a healing energy here. So again, something I do feel like has gone on in that tower energy. You may be expecting this, you may not. It really just depends on the situation you're in, or if you're talking at all, or if you're totally not talking. But I want to tell you, well, first of all, you're here when you're meant to be here. This is a timeless reading. You know, trust timing. Trust the timing of when you're finding them, or they're finding you. You're finding each other. But I got to tell you, we are still in this very intense energy. Just even look at our Six of Wands today. Oh my gosh, here with the fire. But we are still feeling the full moon lunar eclipse. That doesn't dissipate. It goes on for some weeks. And I'm channeling for you under Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Things that have been hidden, things that are unfinished, things that are surfacing. So this is just really super clear that this is somebody you're either expecting or you're not expecting. Just even hearing it today, and I want to say, with this energy being really kind of pushed toward communicating, you might, again, and I feel like a lot of you might not even be expecting it. The star, of course, is an Aquarius energy. Yeah, gosh, this is super clear. The Three of Pentacles has come down. It's in reverse. Okay, and it's connecting with this Ten of Wands. It's like, I want to talk. I want to talk about this, or I want to tell you this. I want you to know this, because that's really validating for me around whatever went on here, how this person behaved, the lack of clarity, humility, apologetic energy. And look what just came in. It's the Eight of Wands. A very busy card this week, as well as the Star and the Ace of Swords, because this is communication. This is hearing, I feel, from this person. And again, connecting with our Six of Wands in reverse. It's like either they're writing messages and they're not sending them. I also feel like they are in their head about what they want to say. So it can just be that it's like they're going over it in their head. But I do want to validate, if you can see each other. Wow, that's really validating with the Page of Pentacles in reverse as well. That it's kind of like, you know, laying low and maybe waiting a minute to walk up to you, or showing up for something late or early. I know that not everybody can see each other, but that's pretty validating. The Page of Pentacles is in reverse, in between the Lovers in reverse, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So I want to tell you, that's also really validating, connecting with our Ten of Pentacles, that this is all around the long-term commitment energy. So where you were or are, or the possibilities, whatever's been going on here. And there's sort of like a struggle, like having issues around, well, not sort of, it is around that, because this can definitely be not necessarily connected to chronological years either, but an immature energy. And it's connected to the Lovers in reverse, the regret, choices that were made, some things that were said as you spoke about something very specific connected to the long-term energy, I feel. And there's definitely a feeling that they were not communicating well or openly. Maybe, again, there's some kind of, well, I do feel like there's actually unfinished business, or not really what I want to say, but unfinished, you know, things left unsaid. And so that is what's surfacing here. The other thing I wanted to validate, yeah, look, the Queen of Wands, like I'm going to do this. Right here with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords in reverse. This is just really clear for me. What I wanted to say again, if you can see each other, Eight of Cups is here. It would definitely be at either the event, the concert, you know, if you are connected through friends, family, coworkers, if you can, maybe even an event where there's friends and family that you both know. There's, yeah, more of that page energy, the Page of Cups. It's both strongly connecting, look here, page energy on each side of the Lovers in reverse. So it really connects with everything that's happened. And this is sort of like trying to figure out what to say to you. But I also want to validate if there are other people that you would potentially be hearing from around this person, then that is also here. And here comes the Queen of Swords as well, the Truth, Temperance. My gosh, Aries, it's just really clear. Major Arcana energy, Temperance, literally restoring balance. This person stepping up. This person, there's a patient energy around it that you have been waiting on, I feel like, to some degree at some point, maybe for some of you not anymore, around whatever's going on with the commitment. But also this person making it right after some decisions they made. And I feel really like a lot of this is around things that were said. This is an energy of them stepping up here and coming with the truth. Getting everybody on the path to the truth, into that sun energy, a luminary, revealing it, a new cycle, also quite validating. Oh, I said Queen of Swords. It's the Queen of Pentacles here. Anyway, it's still the same message. Temperance is connected to the heart chakra. And it's an Archangel Michael energy. Look, connected here with this Ace of Swords, of them stepping up, saying this, and at the very least, what you have been needing to hear, maybe not even expecting it anymore for probably a long time. With that said, what is a long time for you? That's going to be very specific for you because, yeah, I mean, that's subjective, isn't it? The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups. There is an energy of, again, the water energy of what's being revealed, even with our page. And even the Eight of Cups, you know, because this is somebody who I feel like pulled away, but obviously, more importantly here, this is you. Not you, but there's an energy here I feel of reflecting and looking here at, yeah, what you have not been able to see. So the moon and the sun, you know, and connecting. It's also that moon energy of revealing for you. But looking here at the water, it's quite emotional because this is also a lot of revealing energy for you and healing energy for you. So if you're here for it or if you're not, if you want to hear it or you don't, even just here, is it still for you? Only you can decide. Because there's a lot of contemplation in this card today, in the deck I chose for you here at the Tarot Closet. You can see our person, you know, off and looking here into the water, which is emotional energy, and you can see all the butterflies around change. So if that is more than 1 foot out the door, it's really validating. It's also really validating with the Seven of Wands in reverse around that. That is more fiery energy. It's a Leo energy. And it's sort of like hearing them out, getting out of a defensive energy, but also connected to the Eight of Cups, still this energy of maybe you just had enough. And again, that's so specific. It also connects with the person here today, the Six of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse. This energy of like maybe they have continued to try to talk, or they continue to try to come to talk to you, whether it's in person or apart, and they're sort of defeated around it. I feel like that's more about how it's been going, but it does connect with the current energy for sure. The Queen of Pentacles, my protege to the Empress. A lot of healing energy there, and I do like that as it connects with the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's an emotional honesty, availability. The Two of Swords is here. Again, I feel like that's more of your energy, of a decision. Like it's time to decide, because the Six of Swords in reverse is sort of like, you know, a stagnation around moving on. So you haven't really completely decided yet kind of energy. So that is here for you. Yeah, and what ultimately, I feel like this comes back to of what you were waiting for, where you were, you know, or planning to go in the Ten of Pentacles, the really long-term energy. Also validating that some of you might have had a really, you know, long-term connection with this person. I definitely feel like for a lot of you, there's cycles that are going on. Like between you, you know, just coming back together maybe more than once. Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands is an energy for me of a new stage. I call it butterfly energy. And it's interesting because there are butterflies here in this Eight of Cups, this contemplation energy. So it's sort of like this for me. As you hear what they have to say and as you listen to yourself, it does feel sort of like make or break. It might even already be broke, but you know, what I mean by that is it's judgment energy in a lot of ways, like making a final decision, you know, like hearing them out kind of energy. Six of Wands in reverse, Seven of Wands in reverse, and then the Eight of Wands. The Ten of Cups is also here. The emotional energy is really validating under the Mercury retrograde in Pisces. What's been hidden, what's surfacing. A lot of feelings. The Hermit, it's connecting to the Hermit. So that's another thing. And look, the Strength card in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So more importantly, I would say, look, the person here contemplating getting clarity and true, thinking about things with their feet in the water around all the fish, the feelings connected to the Ten of Cups. What am I waiting for? Do I want to continue? Is this person reliable? You know, has all of this weight been worth it? The Strength card in reverse. So connected with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, like even slower than the Knight of Pentacles already is. It's like, are they ever going to admit feelings or admit feelings about the future or want what I want? Are we ever going to align? Getting into that Strength card energy, literally you could say, well, yeah, around yourself, the courage too. If you're, whatever decision you're going to make really is what it's about for me. The self-love that's here is also here. The imbalance in the connection and the energy is also incredibly clear, of course, with the yin-yang energy around the Lover's card in reverse. A couple of things I want to validate if this has been around platonic or physical, and it's quite literally like, how do you feel about me, or how do you feel about this going further or continuing? You can see there's a stubborn energy, there's a slow energy, there's fear around it. So that's also quite validating in terms of where this person has been, like sort of how we got here. Something wants to reveal. Okay, wow. The Three of Wands just revealed that's your energy, Aries. It's the Sun in Aries. Whoa, an oracle card just flew down. Look, abundance is here. We're going to bring in more in a moment. They have wings. It's like a rising from the ashes phoenix energy, isn't it? So there's kind of, obviously that's connecting to you for me as well around the healing. The Three of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, that's a 33, and it's super validating that anything literally is possible. It could go either way. But it is also an energy around coming together, expansive. It could be literal travel, in particular if there's an actual event. But it's also just like what they're coming here to say. And again, you're also strongly in this energy. I mean, it's not just that it's your energy, Aries, because that's not always the case, that it's even your energy in the reading. But I do feel like it is. So we're looking at Oracle, which I'm not reading in reverse, by the way. And that one right there is yours, specifically. The bottom of the deck, Insight. Look, putting rocks in this jar of water, once again, emotions, so that it brings like the flower, it looks like, up closer to get a closer look at it. Insight connecting very much with the Hermit energy, just even the cards today. And that Hermit energy connecting us obviously very strongly to the third eye chakra, the awareness, the self-awareness I see. So both what they see and what they need to say to you, and both what you're seeing and what you need to say to yourself. Or listen to yourself. It's also quite validating with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups that you may have been in this life already, built it, and that could be around coming together, like bringing together each other's community and families, like a blending energy, moving in, living together, introductions, all of that. But obviously it's also here around what you've been waiting for, to some degree, and what you may or may not still want to wait for around what they have to say. It literally could go either way. Look, teamwork. So again, and here's the poppies again. A coming together kind of energy. Teamwork, literally. Things, movement here. There's movement here, and there's movement around communication. Decisions. As I say that, look what is coming in. Choices. And as you can see here on the deck I chose for you, the tarot closet, it's two crows together. Ravens, crows. I always get confused. In any case, they're both here, and it literally, as you can see, says choices. Which should they choose? Look, there's two clams here. One of them might have a pearl, and one of them might be empty. For the two of you, for you, I want to remind you quickly, first of all, that all the playlists are in the video description, as well as the playlist tab here at the Tarot Closet. And I just want to remind you, if you see here, suspect my content in any way, shape, or form. And it's not, obviously, if it's not here on my verified YouTube channel, the Tarot Closet, it means somebody's stealing it. And we're aware, and we do take action. So thank you for your messages, and keep them coming should you have any inkling that it's my content. The email is on the About Me page and in the video description. Thank you. Opportunity is here. And by the way, it's not lost on me that abundance is here. And for me, look, there's a bird, let's just say, carrying a fish. It's around feelings. It's like they got a fish and there's still a bunch there. That to me is around the emotional and the healing energy that I think is here for you in general. It's everything coming to the surface, and quite literally, look at all the fish. And what they have to say, I just feel like it's really defining. So opportunity, wow. Are we looking at a commitment coming in? I mean, this is just so broad. An oracle card, commitment card, isn't going to validate that. In your reading, it's just been really clear that this is somebody who is finally stepping up, that you may or may not be waiting for at this point. I feel like you're in a contemplative mode, looking closer, within yourself. But it is here, and we do have the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of energy here, the Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of energy here around the possibilities. Either way, look, make or break kind of energy. The Eight of Cups, and then the commitment card went there. I want to validate also the opportunity, should there be a reason to show up for something, or even like coming up with an excuse to call or write. Because that's what that feels like. I'm going to take this opportunity right now to communicate. And it can even be vice versa if you're feeling like there's a chance to get some information or to say something that is either directly to them or gets back to them. The last two, it's just so incredibly clear. This energy in the last couple of weeks really has just been really on fire. Really clear for me. The communication card is here in community. What can I say? They're waiting here at the window. Communication, it is definitely clear that it's coming in. It's coming in here, by the way, what is being said, but it's also really quite validating, especially if you can see each other, but it really can go either way. In this Mercury retrograde under Pisces, you know, the Eight of Wands and Mercury energy. In Sagittarius, it's pretty fast. I mean, in literal, look at the Eight of Wands today around under the Pisces energy. Look at, it's above all these waves of all this, everything surfacing here. Past, present, and future, I want to say. I just want to try to get the cards straight. And community. Now, this super validates for me the possibility at an actual event or something where there are communities around, like friends, family, maybe even coworkers for some of you. But this is also a coming together card for me. And there are poppies all over the place, which is a very strong signal for me around the making peace energy. Let's take a look at the Tarot Closet Channeled Love Messages. Love messages from your person, from their higher self. The bottom of the deck, I reread our messages. It's here with the Eight of Wands, communication. Here's the star energy that has already come in. Every road leads back to you, Aries. Hello? Was just fixing the overall energy, and the camera just ended right before my eyes. You didn't miss anything. That's what it does. You have changed me for the better. Thinking of you. You are beautiful. Take that as you will. Emotional. Yeah, I feel like everything is, and this is emotion surfacing. It's an emotional communication to whatever, like, however I would say you normally communicate. It's coming through here. And it also feels like it's emotional around choices and decisions. And I feel like that's for you. Thinking of you, do you think of me too? I'm sorry I didn't reply. That's also been really quite clear. And it's going right here on the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Do you love me, Aries? I am so sorry. I see things clearer. Those heavy rocks going down here into the jar, making the emotions, the water energy come up, surface. I have so many regrets. Yeah, that is the Lover's card in reverse, tenfold, really. And here with what they're saying, also connecting with that Page of Cups. Oh my gosh, the water energy. Look what just came in. It just came right in, soften. They have a piece of bread. They're dipping it in the bird bath. Healing, sustenance. It's a lot of things, but they're dipping it in to give to their baby bird. And honestly, that could go either way with the emotional energy of what everybody's saying here. Because there's definitely a 1 foot, 2 feet. We don't have any more than that for a lot of you out the door. I want to return, but I'm a big chicken. That also connects with the Strength card in reverse around this person, which connects with the communication of literally this bird sitting here. The corvid, I guess you could say, whether it's a raven or a crow. is sitting here waiting for it. It's like rainy, so it's not very clear. And you know, that butterfly energy that's been coming in around, for me, the communication, they wait until storms pass, winds die down. So whatever happened here, there's a certain amount of time I feel like that's passed. But it also feels like maybe this is another storm that's arrived, that it's been too long. I think of you daily. Here, right here on the Hermit. The last message from your person: I really want you back in my life. So if you are not in each other's lives, which is clear that that is the case for some of you, there is a pretty clear message. Beautiful Aries, that is your reading today. Thank you for joining me at the Tarot Closet. Until next time.